Australia has been a top destination for international students due to the work-life balance, opportunity to come with your family while you study, and also the minimum wage and opportunity to stay back to find job after your studies. So it has attracted a lot of international students and they are coming to study here to make Australia their home. To this, I'm going to be sharing cheap universities in Australia that you can study bachelor's, master's or PhD degree. And please don't forget to share this video and give this video a like. Before we talk about the cheap universities you can study in Australia, I would like to mention a few things. The number one is, depending on the course you're coming here to study, will determine how cheap the tuition fee would be like. There are some courses that the tuition fee will be high, and while some it might be just low. And I also want to mention, if you're coming here to study, make sure you study a course that has future prospects. You don't want to come here to study and after your studies, wasting so much money, you won't be able to get a job with it, or you won't be able to apply for your permanent residence. I understand not everybody wants to stay back in Australia after their studies, but for those of you that want to make Australia your home, do well to check out the skilled occupation list and the priority list when you're choosing for courses to study here. Also, bachelor's degree in Australia is for 3 years, while master's is for 2 years. So whatever tuition fee that I'm going to mention here, if you're coming to study bachelor's degree, that means that tuition fee per annum, which is for 1 year, would be doubled into 3. I'm not saying that you're paying for the 3 years immediately. Most universities in Australia will ask you for the first semester school fees plus your proof of fund. If you're coming here to study masters, you will know that you'll be paying that tuition fee for 2 years. These are the things I want to talk about before I go ahead and share the cheap universities in Australia. Number one in my list is University of Southern Queensland. This university is in Queensland and they have different campuses. They have campus in Toowoomba, they have in Springfield and also Ipswich. So the tuition fee that you can see for some courses in this school would be average from 22,000 Australian dollars to 33,000 Australian dollars per annum. Like I mentioned earlier, depending on the course you're going to study would determine how much your tuition fee would be like. Let us move to the second school. Next school I'm going to mention, Federation University Australia. They have campuses in Brisbane and also in Victoria. So depending on the campus you're going to study and also the course you're going to study, the average tuition fee for Federation University is from 23,000 Australian dollars to 40,000 Australian dollars per annum. Next one is Charles Darwin's University. Charles Darwin's University is in Northern Territory and it's one of the cheapest university that you can see in Australia. Their tuition fee is from 25,000 Australian dollars to 33,000 Australian dollars per annum. Next university that I'm going to talk about is University of Wollongong. This university is located in NSW, that's New South Wales. It's one of the cheapest universities in Australia. You can study your bachelor's, your master's, or even your PhD. The average tuition fee for this university is 20,000 to 40,000 Australian dollars per annum. Another university that I'm going to mention here is Torrens University. This university has become so popular. They have different campuses in Melbourne, South Australia, Sydney and Brisbane. And Torrens University, you can actually come here using your HND to do your master's in this university. The average cost for tuition fee in Torrens University from 22,000 Australian dollars to 45,000 Australian dollars. All this depends on the course you're coming here to study. You might see someone that is coming to study like business administration or management course paying cheaper than someone coming to study nursing or engineering. So your course will determine how much your tuition fee is going to be. So the next university that I'm going to mention here is University of Sunshine Coast. University of Sunshine Coast is also located in Queensland, Sunshine Coast to be precise. They have various courses you can study from and you can also do your bachelor's degree, your master's or even your PhD there. And this university is one of the cheapest universities in Australia. If you also want to change career and become a nurse, University of Sunshine Coast would also allow you to study, graduate in nursing and get your qualification in 2 years. So the average tuition fee for this university is 22,000 Australian dollars to 43,000 Australian dollars. These are the universities I came here to share with you. You can also do your research with these universities that I have mentioned here. Send the school a mail and make your enquiries. This is just a guide for people that are looking for cheap universities to study in Australia, to know that those universities that I have mentioned, they are cheaper than some universities. You can also check the website of all these schools and see if they have scholarship. Some of them might have a fully funded scholarship or a partial scholarship. You never know if you did not ask. I hope this video helps someone that wants to come here to study to look out for these universities that I have mentioned here and start doing their application. If you enjoy watching today's video, you know what to do. Don't forget to give a thumbs up, share this video, and also subscribe to the channel if you find what I do here useful.